Hello, students. Today's topic is Ode on a Grecian Urn, written by John Keats. Okay, this is another ode in the same paper, British Literature 3, Unit 2. Okay, Unit 2, we are seeing odes, two odes. First one is Ode on a Grecian, Ode to a West Wind, and second one is Ode on a Grecian Urn, which is written by John Keats. You can see the image of the urn, Grecian urn here, which is decorated with flowers, floral designs, and human figures, animals, instruments, all those things. What does Keats tell us in this poem? We have already seen that ode is about written on a particular person or particular thing. We have already seen ode to west wind is about the wind, the west wind. Here, the ode is about the urn, the mud urn. Actually, it is a Grecian urn. We all know that Grecian people. Okay, Grecian people are very um, uh, traditional, and their tradition, their culture, their civilization is very old, and they introduce many new things to the world. So how their culture, their tradition, and their civilization has grown, and how it has emerged to a very vast one. These are all decorated in the one pot, one urn, and this poem is about that major thing. Okay, what are the themes? The theme is human life. Okay, what do we have in human life? Aging, changes, finite love, death, decay, desperation. These are all the things that has been dealt in the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn. Okay, um, and this is an art which is about eternal, immutable, perfect beauty, eternal love, truth, happiness. These are all the major themes that are dealt in the poem. Okay? A work of art is an expression of beauty. Beauty is truth and truth beauty. Art has an aesthetic function. Art has a moral function. Art provides comfort and solace to many generations. These are the main concept that Keat wants to express with this ode. Okay, this is the original poetic lines of Ode on a Grecian Urn. This is the first stanza of the ode. Keats calls the urn as unravished bride of quietness. It looks like a bride, a decorated bride, which is very quiet. Because a urn cannot speak, isn't it? That is just a mud urn which cannot speak. So he compares the urn with a bride, a newly decorated bride, because it is decorated with many colors and designs, okay, floral design and some kind of human animal designs, okay, because it has existed for centuries without undergoing any changes. Unravished means without any changes. Okay, so many centuries ago it was buried under the ground, and now it is with him, with the poet, as it sits quietly on a shelf or table. Okay, it sits quietly in a shelf or a table for a decoration, a decorative thing. He also calls it a foster child of silence and time, because it has been adopted by silence and time, parents who have conferred on the own eternal stillness. Okay, because it is adopted by silence. It cannot speak, as it is a urn, though it has so many memories. It has been buried years, many decades ago, but it has all the memories with us throughout all the decades. It has uh, compressed with memories of the ancient Greece till the modern age. Okay. In addition, Keats refers to the urn as a Sylvian historian because it records a pastoral scene from long ago. Okay, Sylvian refers to anything pertaining to woods or forest. This scene tells a story, a legend. In pictures framed with leaves, a story that the urn tells more charmingly with its images than Keats does with his pen. Okay, a story because pictures can easily tell the story than words. He speculates that the scene is set either in Tempe or Arcade. Tempe is a valley in Thessaly, Greece, between Mount Olympus and Mount Ossa, that is favored by Apollo, the god of poetry and music. Okay. Ar- Arcadia has its present-day capital at Tripoli. It forms the largest prefecture on the Peloponnesian Peninsula. Arcade is Arcadia. Now it is called as Arcadia. Arcadia, a picturesque region in the Peloponnesus. Here it is. Okay, Peloponnesus, a peninsula making up the southern part of Greece. Okay. Arcadia remained a rustic, secluded area, and its inhabitants became proverbial as primitive herdsmen, leading simple, pastoral, unsophisticated, yet happy lives to the point that Arcadia may refer to some imaginary idyllic paradise immortalized by Virgil's ecologists, and later by Jacob Sannazaro in his pastoral masterpiece Arcadia. Okay? Keats wonders whether the images he sees represent humans or gods, and he asks us who are the reluctant maidens and what is the activity taking place. Here is the second stanza of the poem, the Ode on the Grecian Urn. These are all the things that are in the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn. It tells about having tattoo. Okay, a girl is having tattoo uh, uh, in her backside. Okay, in her backside of the body, and that is embedded in the uh, urn. So it is being prescribed here with a picture. A happy, happy bough that cannot shed your leaves nor ever bid the spring adieu. Happy modalist, unreal. For every piping songs for every new, more happy love, more happy, more love. Okay, so he is explaining each and every small decorative, small things that are portrayed in the urn. One thing that is portrayed is the honor, it has a symbolic reference of the culture of Grecian people. Okay, um, it symbolizes a man, a small boy playing with mud, and a man dragging the cup, with him, and then for a celebration. And a girl, a young girl, okay, an adultery girl is having tattoo in her backside, and um, there is a ritual. In the ritual of the ancient Greece is decorated in the poem. Another thing, It is all conveyed through pictures, through clear pictures, and he has given the gist of all those pictures. He begins by addressing the urn as an Attic shape. Attic refers to Attica, a region of East Central ancient Greece in which Athens was the chief city. Shape, of course, refers to the urn. Thus, Attic shape is an urn that was crafted in ancient Attica. The urn is a beautiful one, poet says, ab- adorned with braiding, depicting marble, marble men and women enacting a scene in the tangle of forest tree branches and weeds. As people took upon the scene, they pondered it as they would ponder eternity, trying too hard to grasp its meaning that they exhausted themselves of thought. Keats calls the scene a cold pastoral, in part because it is made of cold, unchanging marble, and in part perhaps because it frustrated him with its unfathomable mysteries, as does eternity. Okay. At this time in his life, Keats was suffering with tuberculosis, a disease that had killed his brother, and was no doubt much occupied with thoughts of eternity. Okay, with the thoughts of his died brother who died of tuberculosis. He was also passionately in love with the young woman Fanny Brown, but was unable to act decisively on his feelings, even though she reciprocated his love because he believed his lower social status and his debtor's financial situation stood in the way. Consequently, he was like the cold marble of the earth, fixed and immovable. So, he has compared his own personal life with the urn, with the position of the urn. Keats says that when death claims he and all those of his generation, the urn will remain and it will say to the next generation what it has said to Keats: beauty is truth and truth beauty. In other words, do not try to look beyond the beauty of the urn and its images, which are representations of the eternal, for no one can see into eternity. The beauty itself is enough for a human. That is the only truth that a human can fully grasp. The poem ends with an endorsement of those words, saying they make up the only axiom that any human being really needs to know. What role does the following play in the poem? The urn, the figures on the urn, the poet, the readers. Really, the figures on the urn plays the major role in the poem. Okay, so we have seen the main ideas, main culture, tradition, and the comparison of Keats' personal life with the Grecian urn in this poem, in this ode.